Well, thank you. And joining us now on This Is the Day is former Senator Rick Santorum of Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Kevin. It's good to be with you.
Maybe if you could tell us a little bit about what you've been doing. I know you left the Senate, and I know you're involved in a lot of issues as well, and you had time to spend more time with your family.
Yeah, the most thing I've been doing is trying to make up for a little lost time. The life in the House and the Senate, particularly in the Senate, was pretty intense. And I always say the people of Pennsylvania didn't always give me what I wanted, but they always gave me what I needed. And in 2006, I needed to get home, spend more time with Karen and our 6, now 7 children that we're raising. And that's really been the focus, coaching Little League and doing carpools and doing the stuff. Now, obviously I have to work and do those things too. And I've been doing some work on public policy work, particularly on some national security issues, and doing some television and some radio, and doing some speaking, doing some consulting, so a whole lot of different things.
Yeah, and I know, too, that you're involved in the many issues, too, and I think it's a good sort of example, too, and I wanted to talk to you about people and getting involved in what they believe in and some of the issues that they believe in, and some of the ways that they can do that and how you get them motivated to get involved.
Yeah, I really believe that one of our calls is to be a good citizen. I mean, that's part of being in this country, and it's not just voting, but it's going out and supporting people that share your values, and you have an obligation to try to leave for the next generation something at least as good as you had for this generation. And so I say, volunteer on campaigns, find someone that you can believe in, find someone that you can connect with, and go out and help their campaign. Go out and, now it's so much easier. I mean, you can sit at home and blog, you can sit at home and email your friends, and there's so many ways just virally that you can help without really taking a whole lot of your time and energy. If you want to do time and energy, you can knock on your neighbor's door too, but just participate in any way and trying to advance the cause of somebody or some cause you believe in.
And I know faith is a very important part of your life, and maybe if you could talk about that, how that's shaped and molded you throughout your career.
Well, I always say to folks, I was born Catholic and raised in, I don't know the term Catholic ghetto, but I mean, that's where I was. I mean, I went to Catholic grade school and ended up graduating from Catholic high school, and was in a town that was a blue collar Catholic town. The Irish neighborhood, and the Italian neighborhood, and the Polish neighborhood, and it was great. I really enjoyed it, but it really wasn't until later in life that my faith, which I was a pretty good Sunday attender. College I slipped off a little bit, but it really wasn't until I came to the Senate that it just sort of struck me. I'm at 36 years of age. Really, my family's not wealthy. I wasn't well known. I wasn't known at all. I was sort of this, many respects, an accidental candidate, and ended up, winning 2 terms in the House and getting to the United States Senate at the age of 36, youngest in the history of the state. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm here for a reason. Maybe God wants me here for some reason. And so really my faith, which has always sort of been over here in my life, sort of started to move to here, to the center of my life, and trying to really discern what God's call on me was. And it was through that I got involved in some issues that in some respects label you, but in other respects I felt like that was why he put me there. And one issue in particular that I sort of stimulated that was this issue of partial birth abortion, which was this horrific procedure that was unfortunately legal in this country in the 1990s. And I ended up leading the debate on the charge, and then got very interested very active on the issue of abortion, a whole bunch of other issues. But that really came from from more of a recognition of what God's call on you in your life. I always say God speaks in whispers, and you have to get close. And so the closer you got, the more demands that He puts on you. And but it was something that I needed to do.
And I know this issue comes up too, and I've heard it from politicians as well, that they almost want to try to separate their faith from their political life, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on that too, and feeling like they're going to impose their beliefs on people.
Well, the beautiful thing about America is the whole foundation of our country, how we get along with each other, is that everybody comes into the public square with their beliefs, with their whether they're religiously motivated or not, but everybody's allowed in. Nobody's imposing anything. That's the whole point. The point is to go into the public square and make your arguments, and then let the public decide which they believe is, you know, collectively what's best for all of us. So, you know, if this was a dictatorship, then I would be concerned by someone saying you're imposing your values. But I'm not imposing my values any more than a secularist is imposing his values. He's allowed to come to the public square. Someone who's an atheist, someone who's a believer of different things and has a different moral code than I do, fine. Come on in. Let's have it out. Let's talk about it. But then whoever, you know, when the collective morality is then decided upon and we move forward, then we accept that and don't say, well, it's invalid because somebody who happens to be a faith believes that. No, no, no. That's how we have consensus in America. That's how we build. And so this idea that I'm personally opposed, but I can't impose my values, that would be completely foreign to our founders. It's completely antithetical to how America really is supposed to work.
And I'd be remiss before we go if I didn't ask you what are your plans? I know you're sort of mulling things over right now and possible White House run in the future. But
yeah, I'm. You know, people ask you if I'm running. I say I'm walking. I'm trying to discern, taking one step after another, trying to discern. You know, if this is a call. I mean, I don't know why anyone would seriously consider putting themselves on the firing line, running for president, taking on that responsibility if you didn't really feel that God was calling you to do it. And so I'm going through that discernment process right now, and as is Karen, my wife, and our 7 kids, and you know, we'll make that collective decision, and hopefully it's, you know, we've been good listeners and good discerners.
Well, we appreciate you coming in, Senator. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate being here.
Let's send it now back to the rest of This Is the Day.